So Valentin Ilyev continuing to lead. He is he has not made a pit stop here, so he is just kind of right now, I would say, riding on borrowed time because he's going to have to make a pit stop here. Michael Brooks running in the second position now, and I don't believe he's made a pit stop either. I might be wrong about that, but this Bentley number 8 car, 08, running in that second position. Pim Van Ark running in the third spot. Now Pim in the Aston Martin has gotten around Jack Evans, and I think Pim Van Ark now, once it's all said and done here, will be the race leader. These guys make a pit stop here, barring any problems, and he's all over the back of Michael Brooks right now. So Michael Brooks on a little bit older stuff as Pim Van Ark looking to get around. Oh, man, it's getting tight right there. Pim Van Ark all over the back of Michael Brooks. And Pim Van Ark, he has now got a nose underneath that Bentley, and he's looking to make a pass there. And he is in a drag race right now with Michael Brooks. They're side by side, and that Bentley's got a lot of straightaway speed. A little bit less fuel here as well, as Pim Van Ark in the Aston Martin, not the speed that Michael Brooks has, but Michael Brooks, I think, has to come down pit lane, and that is, he tried to make a pass, not able to pull it off. We're looking at a battle for the race lead here. Pim Van Ark. Excuse me, a battle for the second position. Pim Van Ark running in third. Michael Brooks running in the second spot. Valentin Ilyev now on pit lane. So the race leader on pit lane, and that brings up Michael Brooks to the race lead. So he wanted to hold on here maybe to get the race lead and maybe get some bonus points. As Michael Brooks in the Bentley, the leader. Pim Van Ark in second. Antti Rossi now third. Thomas Goem is in the fourth position. Take a look at Stefano Zanoni running in P5 in that 52 car. Connie Jansen is in the sixth position. So about 3 seconds separate the two of those guys. Javier Conti is in the 7th spot. Matteo Dantella running in the 8th spot. Ilyev now coming back out off pit lane and running in the 9th position. Jack Evans running back in the 10th spot. So at Corvette, he and Dennis Vandeven, a couple Corvettes there running together. Vandeven running in P11 in the 84 car. He's had some issues here today. A couple incidents, dealing with some damaged goods. Michael Brooks in the Bentley. Get out of the front of his machine. As we see him at the wheel. Not exactly the camera angle I wanted to get. You see Michael Brooks at the wheel there. As Javier Conti, we'll take a look at him running in the 7th position. He's bounced back a little bit after some earlier snafus. Connie Jansen indicating he might have had some issues here. Take a look at that, see what happened to Connie Jansen. Connie Jansen getting off track and then, jerking that wheel back to the left, and the thing comes around on him. So Connie Jansen in the Aston Martin, not all the way around. He didn't get into anything, but scrubbed off some speed there. Take a look at Philip Gustafson coming in that 54 car, making a pit stop here. You got Peter Lane here running in the 17th spot in the Aston Martin number 32 car. Got a little bit of work to do. Brno Wallen running in P15 in the 10 car. It's been a tough deal for him. He's running in P15 in that 10 in the Corvette, so a little bit of about 12 seconds or so between he and P14. Michael Brooks. Oh man, been a little bit of a warping issue for these guys. A couple of those guys coming off track. A little bit of warping issue there for Michael Brooks. So he's had some issues. Looks like some warping going on for Michael Brooks here. Michael Leroux running in the 16th position. It looked like he might have come off track as well. Maybe it might be me. Who knows? Given the it's stuff that I've had to go through today. We'll take a look at Stefano Zanoni and the BMW challenging Thomas Gowom in the Porsche. Antti Rossi up there in the 3rd position, so 3rd, 4th, and 5th here pretty tight. Looking out of the back of that BMW, or out of the front of the BMW, Stefano Zanoni at the Porsche of Thomas Gowom. Antti Rossi up there as well, also in a Porsche. Those guys, I think, teaming up. Take a look at Antti Rossi here in the Porsche. Him at the wheel here. Again, just trying to hit his marks. Out of the back of his machine, you see Thomas Gowom in the Porsche. And also Stefano Zanoni. These guys hounding him a little bit, so he's definitely got them in his rearview mirror. And that's where he wants to keep them. With 43 minutes left to go. Long race here. A lot of time left. Michael Brooks still out here on the track. I don't think he's made a pit stop yet here. He is leading the field, but he has got a whole lot of Pim Van Ark to deal with. Pim Van Ark in the Aston Martin starting to give it a look here. On board here with Pim Van Ark. You see that Bentley of Michael Brooks just ahead. Not too many Bentleys out here on the track. We've seen a lot of Aston Martins, so they feel like maybe the Aston Martins might be pretty good at this track. And he is all over the back of that Bentley. Oh, that Bentley going wide here. That might leave him the opening he needs. Side by side. Oh, there's contact right there. Pim Van Ark muscles his way through. Pim Van Ark muscles his way through. And now he is set sail here as Michael Brooks trying to hold him off. But my heavens, man, did you see that? That got a little gamey. That got a little gamey. Let's take a look at right here coming off the turn. And Michael Brooks swings that car wide, gets into the grass a little bit. And right there's contact. Right there was contact. And Van Ark muscles his way through. Right here, he's going to rough him up a little bit. Right here, contact. Looked like they're about to admit a little bit of a contact there initiated from Michael Brooks. I think he was just trying to hang on to that thing. Go on board here with him. This is on board here. Watch him work this wheel. See, he gets in the grass. He's just trying to straighten this thing up, and there's going to be contact right there. I don't think that was anything on purpose, just incidental contact. But those guys did a great job of driving through that. Now Michael Brooks trying to hang on to his composure. Peter Lane gaining a spot here, I think, as Jean-Michel Leroux has retired his machine. He came off track. Let's take a look and see what happened to Jean-Michel Leroux. He's retired his machine. Let's take a look and see what happened to him. Jean-Michel Leroux here in the BMW, and he comes around. Right there, he comes around coming up the hill. And I think he's just mad now. He's going to retire his machine. Dino Faldetta in the Ferrari. Oh, Dino Faldetta, they're coming off track. That was a little bit of warp right there. And, side by side with the Corvette of Philippe Gustafson. Might be Philip Gustafson. I apologize. As now Dino Faldetta moves up. He's up to the 19th position. Michael Brooks coming on pit lane here now as Valentin Iliev up to the 8th position. So Michael Brooks making a pit stop. And I knew he had to pit, man. I just knew that that's what was going on with him. So he stayed out. And now we see him coming back off pit lane. So I probably need to hide that HORL Discord address. Sorry about that. See Michael Brooks coming back out off pit lane. And it looks like Jack Evans in this mix as well. A lot of drivers there making pit stops at the same time. Take a look at Antti Rossi now up to the 2nd position. A little bit of a gap there between he and Pim Van Ark. But I'll tell you, Antti has actually opened up a gap there on Golom and Zanoni. Take a look at Thomas Golom in the 3rd position. It's a good run here for him. Running in P3. Zanoni there all over the back of him right now. So Zanoni not letting him get away. Stefano in the BMW running in the 4th position. Colin Sanders. Colin Sanders now having a battle here. The 84 of Vandeven. Vandeven now side by side. Couple Corvettes here battling it out. It is a parking lot back there. Michael Brooks in this mix. Jack Evans in this mix. We got 3 Corvettes in a BMW and a McLaren just to add a little flavor to it. Jesper Burns in the McLaren looking out of the front of his machine. That is an absolute parking lot right there in front of him. And these guys are doing a great job side-by-side racing here. Jack Evans, he's in a hornet's nest right now in that Corvette. He and Vandeven battling it out. Vandeven gets out of the gas. I think he'd had enough. And now these guys kind of got it figured out a little bit. My heavens, man. Vandeven now drops to the back of that group, and maybe he just had enough. That was side-by-side there for a while. Look at this. This is side-by-side here as Vandeven on that inside of that turn. Jack Evans slips through. See Vandeven just letting these guys go through as Michael Brooks gets through. Take a look at out of Michael Brooks' machine. A little bit of shake right there as Brooks gets through, and Vandeven going to let Jesper Burns go through as well. And that was some good racing right there. Good clean racing out of those guys. So we see Pim Van Ark, our race leader now, in the Aston Martin. Antti Rossi is in 2nd. Thomas Golom 3rd. Stefano Zanoni in the 4th position. And Tony Jansen, another one of our Aston Martin drivers, running in the 5th spot. See Valentin Iliev in the BMW, and he gets by as Javier Conti has come around. Javier's had some trouble. Let's see what happened to Javier Conti. Javier in the McLaren, and a little bit too much speed wide in that turn, and comes around as Matteo Donatella gets by as well. Man, Matteo, let's see out the front of his machine. As you see right there, as Javier comes around, and Donatello cleanly gets through. Well, Javier just lost it. He got a little bit wide in that turn. So hit your marks, man. That's what you got to do here. Is Pim Van Ark right now hitting his marks. Running in P1, he's got a 12.5 second lead over Antti Rossi. Thomas Goldholm in the third position, Zanoni fourth, Jansen is in fifth. Dantella is sixth, Iliev seventh, Javier Conti in the eighth position. And as eventful a day as he's had, I really got to say, he's doing a great job, man. He's spun that car around, kept his composure, lost it a couple times, right now running in P8. Now, you can't get in the mindset of saying, hey, think about where I would be if I wouldn't have spun out here, because he spun out a couple times here and recovered. And you really cannot think from that mindset. You just got to say, hey, it is what it is. Pick up my toys and get back at it. So Javier Conti running in P8, and all in all, a pretty good run for him. Jack Evans running in the ninth position in the Corvette. It looks like he's had a pretty eventful night as well. How about this, man? A little battle here. Colin Sanders and Michael Brooks. Michael Brooks in the Bentley. Colin Sanders goes wide, and Michael Brooks going to slip through right there. A little bank turn as Michael Brooks now back up to the 10th position as Colin Sanders now drops back to 11th. So Colin Sanders drifted a little bit wide, and Michael Brooks took that spot. We're on board here with Michael Brooks as we replay that. Colin Sanders in that turn drifts a little bit wide. Maybe just gives him some room. Realizes that he's a little bit faster. Lets him go. Michael Brooks takes that spot. Take a look at Jack Evans here running in the ninth position. Michael Brooks now in 10th, Sanders in the 11th spot. Jesper Burns running in P12 in the McLaren, this 7 car. Off the track there just a little bit in that McLaren. So kicking up some dust, giving the fans a little bit of need for a shower. Dennis Van de Ven now back to the 13th position. So he's had a little bit of issues there with, battling those guys out, maybe on a little bit older tires. And, oh, man, look at that. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, look at that. Look at that right there. That is a great dude right there, huh? TurnLeft TV logo. Let's get that car up front, man. We're going to need the rest of these guys to crash out, or we'll make unscheduled pit stops so we can get that car in victory lane. Got a new favorite driver. Take a look at the Andrew Parkinson running in the 14th position. Dennis is a great guy, man. Really is. I really value a lot of the friendship of those guys at SimRacingMania. They help me out, come out and support me in the streams. Very patient, as we're seeing today. They have to be a little patient here because it gets a little rocky sometimes. There's Andrew Parkinson here running in the 14th position. We're talking about Peter Lane here. He's running in P16 in the Aston Martin. So continuing to maybe plug away here, maybe looking for a top 10. Peter Lane quiet right now, but a pretty good looking car there with that Aston Martin number 32 car. Jack Evans now picking up a spot here as I think Javier Conti has come down pit lane. I think Javier Conti, as we take a look into pit lane, right there, he is making a pit stop. So he's going to lose some positions. Probably had a little bit of a tire wear issue he's going to have to get fixed. Like a Philip Gustafson. As Jonas Lagesson has come around. Take a look and see what happened to Jonas. It just got a little bit loose right there. Oh my heavens, man. It may have been some contact, I don't know, but take a look at Dino Faldetta's right there. That thing is just crazy. It is coming back across the track, I think. As you see, Dino Faldetta got through. Also, Philip Gustafson got through. Lagesson just spun around, man. He had a tough deal. We'll take a look at this. And he might have had some warp there. It looked like there was some warp. So he got off the track, got into, it might have been a little warp there. That might be my end, but he's now over on the right side, or his left side of that track. Now trying to get this car back out, and he is in no man's land right here, and he's stuck on the curb. That's part of the problem right there, that 22 car stuck on the curb. I tell you what, we got a battle here for the third position. Is Thomas Gowom off the track. Thomas Gowom off the track here as Stefano Zanoni gets by. Thomas Gowom came off track, got into the wall on the left side, and Zanoni pounced. Zanoni right there to pounce here. We'll take a look here. Watch this. As I see Thomas Gowom off the track, he's in the grass right there, swinging a little bit wide into the wall, and Zanoni getting through as we finally find the back end. So Thomas Gowom came off track here. Watch here, he's just a little bit wide. Oh man, he got that thing airborne right there, a little bit wide, missed that corner entry, and then getting that car back out on track as Zanoni slips through. So Thomas Gowom now back to the fourth position as Zanoni takes over P3. Take a look at Matteo Dentella running in the sixth position. So Gowom is 0.3 of a second off of P3 now. So he's got a little bit of work to do to get back there. Zanoni has been very, very fast. Pim Van Ark, man, he has been lightning fast here in this Aston Martin. Again, a lot of these guys dogging these Aston Martins out off, and so dogging these Aston Martins out. So we're getting some stupid ass spammer right now in our did some dumb spammer in our stream chat. So Pim Van Ark is the race leader. Gotta love these spammers, man. Don't have anything else to do. Like, they're really going to get people to click on those stupid links. So I think we got it figured out now. Pardon me on that. It's somebody in our stream messing around. Let's take a look at Dino Faldetta running in the 18th position. Our Ferrari. I'm not sure there are any other Ferraris out here. Take a look. He's the lone Ferrari out there, man. I love the Ferrari. So Dino Faldetta running in P18 in that Ferrari. I don't know why more people don't choose that Ferrari. I'm sure somebody's going to chime in on that. How about Johan Carlson here running in the 17th position in the Corvette. So a lot of guys out here choosing these Corvettes, little American muscle. I know the Corvettes just really do a good job. Now, listen, I'm not saying this is the reason, but let's say that I think Marcel has a Corvette in real life. So maybe that might be a reason, huh? What do you think? What do you think, man? Let's chime in on that chat session. Is it because the Studio 397 owner has a Corvette? Why these Corvettes are so strong? I love Corvettes, don't get me wrong. I love all these cars. Hey, man, guess what? There's actually GT3 World is going to be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway on Sunday, and I think I'm going to be there, and I'll probably be doing some live streaming from my phone to the TurnLeft TV channel, so maybe going to check that out a little bit. I don't know how much airtime I can do as we see the Aston Martin there getting a little sideways of Pim Van Ark. He's got a pretty comfortable lead here with 24 minutes left to go. 17.5 second lead over Antti Rossi. We've had to apologize again. We've had such a hard time with the stream today. And really mainly computer issues on my part. As Antti Rossi here running in P2. Stefano Zanoni has solidified that third position, but I'll tell you what, he's closing the gap there. He got around Thomas Golem. It took him a little while. He got around Thomas Golem. Thomas had a little issue there. Got a little left side damage, and now Zanoni is starting to slowly chip away at Antti Rossi's gap there. Antti Rossi has about a 1.9 second gap there on Stefano Zanoni, but so Zanoni, sorry, is closing in. Jesper Burns and Colin Sanders battling it out. Colin, he's coming down pit lane. So Colin Sanders coming down pit lane now. A late race pit stop, I think, for Colin Sanders. As we find pit lane. Oh, there it is. There's pit lane right there. There's Colin Sanders, too. He's going to get a sandwich in that 01 car. Javier Conti and Andrew Parkinson battling it out. Javier on the inside, and that McLaren has a preferred line coming into this turn. So Javier, he's had an eventful night. Now takes over that position, gets around Andrew Parkinson. Parkinson not going to let him get away, though. Parkinson running in the 12th position in that Corvette. I think the battle to watch right now is this P2, P3 battle. Antti Rossi running in the second position. P3 is Stefano Zanoni. Thomas Golem in fourth. Tony Jansen is in fifth. And this is a battle here. I think before it's over with, we got 22 minutes left to go, and I think before it's over with, these guys are going to be nose to tail. Thomas Golem going to be coming here very soon, right there in that Team Future Ferrari, or excuse me, Porsche. This 27 car. Antti Rossi looking out of the back of his machine. You see that BMW of Stefano Zanoni. That is a tight battle here. This is a tight battle here. I told you, man, before it's over with, I think they're going to be nose to tail, and they are now very, very tight here. So Zanoni in the BMW hounding. Oh, Zanoni gets off track right there. Zanoni got off track. He just missed that turn. Zanoni got off track here. He was closing in. We'll take a look here. Zanoni just misses right there. Oh, man, that thing just snapped on him right there. Just snapped. Just snapped. We'll take a look at this again. Watch this. Just thing snaps around, and we're going to end up missing that. He comes up that hill right there, and I think maybe a little bit of a bump, and he gets off into the grass and might have made a little contact with the wall. Right there, you see that contact there for that BMW, and that might be just what Antti Rossi needed. Again, looking at this, and we're going to get a look at that over the hill as that BMW smacks the wall there. So Antti Rossi now got a little bit of breathing room. Speaking of breathing room, Pim van Ark. The race leader. Antti Rossi is in second. Stefano Zanoni is in third. Thomas Golom in the fourth position. Thomas Golom's got to be thinking about looking at his time and say, well, you know, I might have a little chance here of closing back in on those two guys. He seems to be taking it pretty easy right now, just hitting his marks. But these Porsches can get a little bit loose as you see him really working out wheel. Look at Tony Jansen here running in P5. Good top 5 run for him, but he has got some company with Matteo Dantella in the BMW. So this thing's tightening up here with just 18 minutes left to go. Philip Gustafson and in the Corvette gaining a spot there as Dino Faldetta, I believe, comes down pit lane. So Dino Faldetta in the Ferrari on pit lane here late in this race. And that may, clue me in that some of these other guys are going to have to make pit stops here. So there may be some other guys having to make pit stops. But Pim van Ark is running away with this bad boy. Look at that, man. That is a huge gap. And you see P2, P3 right there. That is a long straightaway. 2, 3, and 4. Take a look at Michael Brooks here bouncing back a little bit. He's now running in the 9th position. One of our lone Bentleys out on the track. But having a pretty good night, man. If anybody can drive a Bentley, this guy can. Michael Brooks, deceptively fast. He is a little bit of a risk taker there. Sometimes that kind of gets the best of him. But tell you what, man, he's going to race you clean. But he takes a few risks. Some of the other guys I don't think would dare take. Right now, that Bentley having a pretty good top 10 run here, running in P9. Jesper Burns running in the 10th position in the McLaren. I thought these McLarens would really, really be strong here tonight. And not to say they're not. I mean, a top 10 here, pretty good run here with this field. And this is a dogfight here with this track. I mean, it's not a dogfight necessarily with the other guys on the track. It is a dogfight with the track. This track will just beat you up. And he's doing a great job here running in the 10th position. But I really thought the McLarens would be a lot stronger. Speaking of another McLaren there, Javier Conti running in the 11th position. And again, he's had a pretty eventful night. And all in all, given the difficulties that he's had earlier in the race, he's doing a great job here bouncing back to P11. Andrew Parkinson in the Corvette here running in the 12th position. Been, fairly quiet night here for Parkinson. But having a pretty decent run running in P11. Colin Sanders. Oh, man, Colin Sanders there. I was just saying he's had a pretty quiet night, but he just scrubbed off some paint there on the left side on the wall. So Colin Sanders off the track there a little bit. We'll take a look at that replay. Let's see what happened to Colin Sanders here. Colin Sanders, gets a little bit loose here and tries to catch that thing and then smacks the wall. Not too bad. Smacks the wall there. He was hard on the brakes, and I think the back end of that just broke loose on him. He does a great job of keeping that pointed in the right direction. Staying in the P13 position. Back up here to our live feed. There's Pim Van Ark continuing to lead, and he has got a comfortable lead, man. Pim Van Ark, 18, almost a 19-second lead of Antti Rossi. Zanoni is in the 3rd position in the BMW. Thomas Golem in the Porsche in 4th. Tony Jansen is in 5th in the Aston Martin. I say he's got some company. Dantella is hounding him right now in that BMW. Tony Jansen trying to hang on to a good 5th place finish here as Matteo Dantella is all over the back of him in that BMW, man. This is going to be a dogfight here. Remember, Dantella got into the wall there a little bit. And, look at that. He's got a heck of a run here. He's got a heck of a run right now on Tony Jansen. Heck of a run here as the lights are getting a little low. It's Tony Jansen trying to hang on to P5. Matteo Dantella is all over the back of him, man. He closed in, just could not find the room to pull off that pass. I'll tell you what, Tony Jansen going to be a difficult car to pass, man. This guy is lightning fast, and these Aston Martins seem to be pretty good at this track. So that is a great little battle, probably the tightest battle we have on the track right now. Well, I take that back. How about Iliev and Evans battling it out? Valentin Iliev and Jack Evans, P7, P8. Little BMW versus Corvette action. As time's winding down, a little over 12 minutes left to go. Some great battling here on the track. So we're watching Valentin Iliev try to hold off Jack Evans. Jack Evans in the Corvette and Valentin Iliev running in the BMW. Look at Jack Evans here in that Corvette all over the back of this BMW. So we got some couple good battles here. Jansen and Dantella, Iliev and Evans battling it out here at Nordschleife. And I'll tell you what, the BMWs and the Corvettes have really, since the GT3 cars have been released, these cars have been fast. Arguably, I think the BMW was a little bit hard to handle, a little bit of looseness, and the Corvettes there maybe fell off late in the runs. But man, they've done some balance of power, balance of performance on these cars, and these guys are pretty even. We got a battle here, side by side now. Side by side. And he is looking to try to get around. Jack Evans is trying to get around Valentin Iliev. He's trying to set him up, maybe cross him over here in the turn. Valentin, a little protection right there on the inside. He sees what's going to go on right here. His eyes are nose to tail here. Great battling here. Good, clean racing. Valentin Iliev. Jack Evans. Jack Evans in the Corvette, running in the 8th position. Backing off there. Oh, I tell you what, Iliev got off the track just a little bit. Made some contact. He's overdriving that car a little bit, man. He is driving the wheels off that thing, and he got off track. Made a little contact on the right side with the wall. Can Jack Evans capitalize? He's trying to find a way, trying to find a place to make a good pass here. Dennis Van de Ven trying to make some moves here as Colin Evans, I think, had some trouble. Excuse me, Colin Sanders had some trouble there. We'll take a look. This Corvette trying to get this thing straightened back up. And he's going to give up a position here. As you're going to see Dennis Van de Ven go by in the Corvette. So Colin Sanders, he spun here. We'll take a look and see what happened to him. He spun this car right here and gets in the grass. And once you're in the grass there and the back end of that's coming around, I mean, you're just on for a ride. And he backs that thing into the wall. Pim Van Ark, our race leader, is we've got a good battle, couple good battles there up front. Take a look at this. Dontella. Oh, Tony Jansen getting off track. Tony Jansen gets off track here. We missed that. Tony Jansen got off track. Oh my heavens, here late in the race, mistake by Tony Jansen. We'll see what happened to Tony Jansen here. A little bit airborne over the turn. He misses this turn. Gets off into the sand, the kitty litter, and then that thing is sailing into the wall. Tony Jansen in the Aston Martin, late race mistake as Matteo Dontella capitalizes. We'll take a look at Matteo as he slips through as you see Tony Jansen in the outside wall. Matteo Dontella gets by. Tony Jansen now back to the 6th position. Late race mistake by Tony Jansen. On board here with him, we'll take a look at this as he just gets off track right there. He just misses that turn a little bit wide and into the kitty litter, into the wall. And what a tough break there for Tony Jansen. So now late race mistake by Tony Jansen. He's now behind the 8 ball a little bit. Pim Van Ark, the race leader, he is clicking on all cylinders here. Antti Rossi running in the 2nd position. Zanoni in 3rd. Good tight battle there. That's a still good tight battle. Jack Evans and Valentin Iliev. Jack Evans in the Corvette. You saw him trying to do this a little bit earlier. Now he's got a good long straightaway, so he can use the muscle in that Corvette. And now he's going to clear Iliev. So the BMW, Valentin Iliev, now back to the 8th position as Jack Evans picks up a late race position here, running up to P7. So good pass there for Jack Evans. Jack Evans, P7. Iliev now back to 8th. Little swap right there of positions with about 7 minutes left to go. Thomas Goldwalm here running in the 4th position, kind of out there by himself a little bit. He's got a little bit of breathing room. He's 25.8 seconds off the race lead. The battle on the track right now is between Antti Rossi and Stefano Zanoni. Take a look at Jesper Lagesson running in the Corvette. Right now in the 19th position. So he's trying to finish it out, maybe gain a couple more spots here. He's got a little more work to do before P18 is going to have to hope, I think, for some of these guys to have to make a pit stop here, a late race pit stop, in order to gain a couple positions. But right now, how's that car in 19th? So Pim Van Ark in command. He's been up front all night long. Dino Faldetta here in the Ferrari. Oh, Dino Faldetta, oh man, I think he missed a shift. I think he downshifted a little bit, and the wheels were a little bit light there. That car was coming off the ground somewhat, and he's spun this car into the kitty litter and into the wall. So the Ferrari, man, you messing up my Ferrari, Dino? Come on, man. As now, he's not going to lose the position, but man, I tell you what, his feelings are hurt. He's messed up my Ferrari. Scratch my Ferrari up here. Watch this. I think he just downshifts right there at the wrong time. Gets in that a little bit out of the groove, downhill. And that car gets into the wall. Javier Conti. Jesper Burns. Oh, no, right there. Look at that. Little contact. That's a slow motion wreck right there. As Conti got out of the gas. Let's see that, man. That's just come on, spin that car around. As now he pushes him off into the kitty litter. So Javier Conti and Jesper Burns getting into the kitty litter there. Jesper Burns coming around here. Watch this. But he just can't figure out whether he wants to take this car all the way around. This thing just hanging out. And then Javier says, hey, man, how you doing? So those guys now getting back out on track. What a tough break there for both those guys late in the race. Fortunately, not losing too many positions, not losing a position necessarily, as Conti actually got around. I guess Jesper Burns did lose a position here with 4 minutes left to go. Pim Van Ark a 16.5-second lead over P2. I'll tell you what, Stefano Zanoni, he is not letting Antti Rossi get away. Antti Rossi in that Porsche up there, so a little bit of gap there between the two of them, about 2.1 second gap. But what, man, is these tires getting a little bit old here? They pitted quite a while ago. Zanoni has a chance here, maybe picking up a spot there and getting back up to the second position. Take a look at Jack Evans here and Tony Jansen. Jack Evans in the Corvette, Tony Jansen in the this is a great battle here. Jack Evans in that vet, and he's got on the inside line here. Oh, he backs off. I think Jack Evans is a little bit faster than Tony Jansen is right now, and he is all over the back of Tony Jansen's Aston Martin. Tony Jansen there on the brakes a little bit. Coming into this turn, and Jack Evans just trying to set Tony Jansen up for the pass. So Jack Evans in the 94 car. Don't forget about Valentin Iliev. He might be sitting in the catbird seat when those guys get together, looking out of the front of his machine at those two battling for position. Tony Jansen and Jack Evans here battling it out as we start to close out this race. 2 minutes left to go. Pim Van Ark all over but the shouting for him in this Aston Martin. So things looking pretty solid here for Tony Jansen. For Pim Van Ark. Get a good screenshot of him. Oh, that's not a good one. So they got Tony Jansen. Man, he's in the position he wants to be in, that's for sure. Big, big lead for him. Excuse me, Pim Van Ark. I keep saying Tony Jansen because those guys are racing back there. He and Jack Evans. Tony Jansen's opened up a little bit of a gap there on Jack Evans. Jack Evans maybe trying to collect his thoughts here with about a minute left to go. And he said, hey, man, I got maybe one more charge here at that Aston Martin to see if I can't pick. Oh, Tony Jansen makes a mistake right there. Tony Jansen made a mistake. He got off track and smacked the wall, and Jack Evans slips through. Jack Evans slipped through. Oh, my heavens, man. Take a look at Antti Rossi. So Antti Rossi, he's looking at maybe a second place finish here. The Team Future Porsche. As we go around the car here and see if we can't get on the bright side of things. Get a good screenshot of Antti Rossi's machine. Now, Pim Van Ark gets the race win here, man. He holds off and gets the race win. So congratulations to Pim Van Ark on getting that win. And what a huge win there for him. This is double points, too. So Pim Van Ark and the Aston Martin proving that the Aston Martin is a very, very strong car. And Stefano Zanoni going to end up finishing in the third position. So good run there for Stefano. We say get on a good side there, get him a screenshot. So a nice looking paint scheme there in that BMW. So a great job there, top three, the podium finishers. Thomas Golwam finishes in fourth. Matteo Dantella finishes in fifth. Jack Evans sixth. Valentin Iliev finishes in the seventh position. Tony Jansen will come home in eighth. Michael Brooks battling out here in the Bentley, going to come out in the ninth position. He's going to finish in ninth, so good run there for Michael Brooks. Good top 10 run for him. Javier Conti and had some issues. Couple issues there, but it's going to get a good 10 place top 10 finish. So a good run there for him after having some a tough way to go. So Pim Van Ark, the big winner. And a great job to him as he celebrates there by looking for the pretty girl to kiss. Second place will be Antti Rossi. So a good run for Antti Rossi in the Porsche. As we take some screenshots and get some things ready to go. Third place finish was Mr. Zanoni. So good run there for him in the BMW. Stefano Zanoni. Still got some guys making their way to victory, or excuse me, the finish line there, as Bertil Wallen going to finish in P15. Peter Lane in the Aston Martin in 16th. Looks like he's going to come away with a 16th place finish. As he's sort of just gingerly getting this car back around. So the Aston Martin number 32, Peter Lane, going to finish in P16. As he flashes his lights there. Johan Carlson in the Corvette. Going to come away with a 17th place finish at number 43 car. So good P17 there for Johan Carlson. Philip Gustafson also in the Corvette, going to finish in P18. We saw a lot of Corvettes out here tonight. So Philip Gustafson trying to get that car back around and to get it into P18. Jonas Lagesson going to finish in the 19th position in the Corvette. So we got a couple guys here. This is a huge track, man. A couple guys here finishing up their races. So Philip Gustafson going to cross the line here in the 18th position and finish out his race. So good job to him, slugging it out. And Jonas Lagesson going to finish in the 19th position. But Pim Van Ark, man, I'll tell you what, the second half of that race, that guy was on fire. It's a great, great finish. Great win, double points, huge for for Pim Van Ark. So I look at Jonas Lagesson finishing out his race here. Going to finish in the 19th position. Easy for me to say, criticize how anybody drives. I'm not criticizing how he drives, but criticizing anybody or, looking at, hey, could have done better or could have done worse or whatever. But all those guys can beat me. There's no doubt about that. Guys from SimRacingMania have seen me drive before, so they know I'm better in the broadcast booth. And sometimes I'm not very good there. So you see Jonas Lagesson getting that finish, and we'll take a look at the final results here. Session results. Pim Van Ark gets the race win. Antti Rossi. These guys only did 12 laps. My God. Antti Rossi finishes in second. Stefano Zanoni, third place finish. Thomas Golem finishes in fourth. Matteo Dentella finishes in fifth. Jack Evans finishes in the sixth position. In seventh is Valentin Iliev. Tony Jansen finishes in the eighth position. Finishing in ninth is Michael Brooks in the Bentley. Finishing in the 10th position is Javier Conti in the McLaren. Finishing in the 11th position. So we look at page 2. Jesper Burns in the McLaren finishes in 11th. Andrew Parkinson finishes in the 12th position. Colin Sanders 13th. Dennis Van de Ven in the 14th position. Bertil Wallen finishes in 15th. 16th is Peter Lane in the Aston Martin. Johan Carlson finishes in 17th. Finishing in the 18th position is Philip Gustafsson. Jonas Lagesson finishes in 19th, and Dino Faldetta finishes in 20th. In 21st is Jean-Michael Leroux. Jack Trawick finishes in the 22nd position. Zoltan Varkoni finishes in the 23rd position, and Andre Rousseau finishes in 24th. So congratulations to Pim van Ark, the king of Nordschleife. It's the big race win. So fantastic run for him, man. I tell you what, that second half of the race was just absolutely fantastic. We'll take a look at the podium here. Hopefully this works, man. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. We've had so many problems tonight, but I should get an award just for sticking with it, huh? There we go. Pim van Ark, P1, Antti Rossi, P2, and Stefano Zanoni finishes in the 3rd position. So there are our podium finishers here at Nordschleife. We'll see if we can't pop up here in the voice channel. See, got some guys up here. So great the top 3 there, man. I'll tell you, I've seen Antti Rossi and Pim van Ark do a lot of laps there. First exposure there to Stefano Zanoni, but I'll tell you what, that very patient run there for him and gaining that 3rd position. That was an excellent run there for him as he got around Thomas Golom. We'll see if we can't get up in the booth here and have a chat with some of these guys. We're rocking out. All right, I think we're here.
Hi, Heath.
Hey, Heath.
Hey,
Heath.
First of all, congratulations, Pim van Ark, on an excellent race.
Thanks, mate.
Man, that second half of that race after pit stops, you just ran away from the field. You had a great battle there early on, the first half of that race. Talk about the first half versus the second half for you.
Well, the first half, I started on mediums, and I think Jack was on softs. So he ran away the first few laps, but at the end of my stint, I could get closer to him, but I couldn't pass him. And then I saw him making a mistake in the pit entry. He was going too fast, and then I thought, all right, this race is mine, because he will have a penalty. And then he also made another mistake. I guess he went into the wall or something. But after that, I was just cruising and make sure I didn't have to do another lap.
Yeah, you caught me off guard there. I was kind of watching a battle there, late race battle with just a few minutes left to go, and then I focused back on you, and you were almost at a stop there, just kind of weaving a little bit, hoping the time would run out.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, congratulations, man. Great win for you. And Antti Rossi, you had a great battle there as well, coming away with a second place finish. Talk about how your race went.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, like, him was just too fast. What can I say? I think he practiced today, like driving a 4-hour race already in another series. But no, seriously, like, amazing pace by Pim. I could answer that for like I think 2-3 laps in the start, but then it just went away.
Yeah, the Porsche seemed like late in the race, the car got a little bit loose. Is that a fair assessment?
It is, yeah. We were running quite low wings, so because like the Dottinger is basically the only spot where you can overtake, and we tried to make sure that nobody does that to us. So we ran pretty like low down for setup. But yeah, it was pretty like it wasn't twitchy, but it was a bit loose, yeah, on the faster corners. But you know, that's good old sideways mentality. It's guys, I guess.
Well, it looked like also late in the race there, Stefano was starting to close in just a little bit. Did you have him in your mind in that rearview mirror?
Yeah, I mean, the only part that I was a bit worried was during the stadium part, or like the new track, because there are a few spots where you can pass, and I wouldn't say I despise that part of the track, but I don't especially like it, So yeah, I just tried to keep my lines there clean so he doesn't get a chance there. I was pretty, like, felt pretty safe, like going to Nordschleife part, knowing that it's so hard to overtake there if you don't do mistakes.
Valentin Iliev, you had a great battle there with Tony Jansen and also Jack Evans. Talk about those battles there throughout that race. It was very fun to watch.
Valentin, your mic's... Oh, I think Valentin's replying in chat, Heath.
Okay.
I don't think
he will not talk.
2-4. Hey, Michael Brooks, man, were you the lone Bentley out on the track?
I was. I definitely felt like I was driving on my own for most of that race. The first half of the race, I was I was pulling away from the cars behind. I couldn't keep up with the guys in front, so I was basically on my own for about 3/4 of that entire race, apart from when I came out in the pit stops. I know, like compared to some of the other guys in the series, I am terrible at setting up a car, and for whatever reason, my car just doesn't have the front end grip of like the Porsches around it. So like, there's some fast corners where Antti and Thomas were able to go flat out. I had to go down a gear and brake, so I just didn't have the front end grip of some of these guys in there. But I was able to just drive my own race, and also I've never actually done a proper race around here before. This is the first time I think the last time I drove around the Nordschleife, apart from like in single player, was in Gran Turismo 5 back in the day. So I was a little bit rusty. So this was definitely a sort of getting back up to speed sort of thing. I felt like I was getting quicker throughout the race. But yeah, I think P9 was the best I could achieve really, apart outside of any other issues. As you saw, Pim Van Off was slowing down towards the end of the race. So I put too much fuel in the car, so I could have gone for one more lap. I was like thinking, go on, Pim, go do another lap. Go on. So yeah, I don't know. P9 was the best I could do, I think. So no complaints really my side.
Pretty good example of in your case there. You just made a little bit of a mistake there, getting off on the right side into the grass and gave up a position. But you contradicted everything that I just said about you earlier in the race. I said you were one of the great guys of setting up cars, and I know I'm not a very good racer, and you set up a car for me in the GT3 Series, and I was bragging about you. But here you come in and lowball it.
But to be fair, like in a BT6, so let me rephrase that. On a normal track, I can set up a car okay. But this is a track I've not really driven before, and it's so long. Like I have everything, I just sort of get a bit bamboozled. But yeah, that friend, I can't remember who got me towards the end of the race. Like I was on like very, very old tires at that point, and yeah, like, I was just pushing, just trying to keep him behind, but. It was that kind of strange. It felt like he was toying with me because he had a run on me on the long straight the lap before, and he was deliberately staying out of my slipstream, and I couldn't work out why. I don't know if he just wanted to try and have a battle with me or what. But yeah, like on normal tracks, I will say I feel like I'm not fast on quote normal tracks. But yeah, I just think I did the best I could with the setup I had really. But yeah, no complaints on my side. I'm just happy Antti and Thomas and Javier did well. I think Javier had issues later in the race, but I know Antti and Thomas did well, so credit to them.
Yeah, Thomas, you had a great race. Talk about your race there. You were top 5 all night long, and just a little bit of a challenge there at the end with Stefano. I know gave you some fits there, but talk about that race there for you.
Yeah, the race was very good. I was surprised that I was able to keep up with Antti and guys in front because I wasn't that fast in practice here as them. Overall, it was very good. The car was very good. The setup was feeling great, I would say, even if it was loose, as you said, a little bit. My only problem was that I got damaged by going off track and hitting a barrier slightly in the end. So Stefano Zanoni overtook me. But yeah, race was very good. I can't complain. The strategy was good, except for a little bit stressful ending when Pim was. We didn't know if Pim will slow down, but yeah, overall it was very good. I'm happy because first of all, this race was double pointed, so it was very important for standings also to be in top and not making any big mistakes.
Dino Faldetta, you were the only Ferrari out on the track there and had a little bit of a slugfest all night long. Talk about your race.
I think I had the wrong car then, because I finished last. I'm just glad that I finished the race. To be honest, I never raced here like full race. Even the old club never raced here. So just glad that we managed to finish the race and kind of learn the track a little bit better now. Perhaps we're coming back on this track, most beautiful track in the world. It looks like you're going, out of the countryside.
Well,
yeah.
Talk a little bit about the guys here at SimRacingMania and just the job that they do and keeping this thing as popular as it is, and just the, arguably the best place to come here for sim racing and rFactor 2.
Well, I think, all the work that it's input by the guys, it's shown, and people know that, it involves a lot of work to do all of these, events and racing, because it's just not the race. It's the aftermath, the after race that it's more time consuming, reviewing everybody. So there's a lot of people to review because we try to look at everyone basically, the way they drive, not just penalties. So it just, people knows that, I think. And I'm just glad that, we got a really good group and we are able to, do all these events on a regular basis. So thanks everybody, and thanks everybody to joins us, on this crazy races.
Yeah, Dennis. Dennis is in here. I don't know if he's got his mic off. I don't know if he's chatting today or what's he doing.
No, I put my mic off momentarily because I was busy with something else. But go ahead, Heath.
I said you were my favorite driver out on the track. They had the TurnLeftTV logo on the fin of the car, and my favorite driver on the track. Talk about how that Corvette handled for you tonight.
Yeah, it was practice a little bit sketchy, but when the race progresses, it was nice. I had a very unfortunate incident in the second lap, so my car didn't respond as well as I would like in the fast corners. So I tried to survive, keep everything going, and after the pit stop, when everything was repaired, it was better, and I had a really nice battle with Colin Sanders. Unfortunately lost that, but yeah, still finished the race in a relatively good position, so I'm happy with that.
Well, at some point in the race, I was watching you guys. There was about a 5-car battle there. It looked like a parking lot, and it looked like you just said, "Hey, I'm kind of done with this. I'm going to back off here and let these guys go around," because it was interesting for a couple laps.
Yeah, I tried to help Michael a little bit by keeping everybody behind me, but at the end of the day, I knew I was going to stop anyway. So when we turned on the Nordschleife, I thought let's just let everybody go and try to keep up just before my pit stop. So yeah, that worked a little bit. So.
Well, we'll try to get the points up here on the broadcast. The podium, Pim Van Ark, Antti Rossi finished second. Stefano Zanoni finishes in the third position. I'm going to hand this over right now to Thomas for him to say a few things, and we will try to get the points up here after today's race. Thomas is.
I'm here.
Thomas out for a bike ride. Or?
Yeah. Sorry, I was away for a second.
He's feeling very smug. He's just in the standings.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, as I said, that was very important race for championship because double points could change anything. And to be honest, it was like that. Zoltan Varkoni, I think he crashed out from the race. He was leading before this race.
Yes, I believe he did crash it.
Yeah, and he is now 6th, so it was very important. And for example, Pim with 1 race only is 7th in standings. So yeah, it was very important race to be in the top, and I'm happy with that. Also in driver standings and in team standings.
Keep going.
Keep going. Okay. Well, Michael, any idea? What can we say?
Well, I know one thing I want to say. Just to add on to what Dino said earlier. So, we as a league, SimRacingMania has never done an official race at the Nordschleife that I can recall. Purely because we didn't think the drivers would want to race here, and then we thought if we did race, it would just be a crash fest. But I'm so proud of all the guys that drove here tonight. I don't think there was any there was no there might be like a couple of small incidents, but there was nothing like those like big crashes between like multiple drivers at once. It was just like isolated incidents that did. Obviously, that's part of racing today, but everyone who took part, I'm so proud of you all for just making this race as amazing as it ended up being. And credit to Pim Bamar for winning the race, and even the people who might not have been as quick as everyone else, but you helped make this race become amazing. And thank you to you, Heath, as well for broadcasting. So I know you've had some issues with your PC the last few weeks, and thank you for putting up with us and making this work.
Well, I honestly, I had messaged Thomas earlier in the week, and it's like, I've had 2 blue screens of death, now 3, because I had one just as you guys were switching over to warm up, and I was like, I'm probably not going to do it if I have it, but I just decided to keep slugging away, and I had some other issues too. So looks like we're either in the business or in the market for another PC or power supply, whatever the case may be, is try to fix this issue.
Yeah. We'll try and see if we can help you out, try and diagnose it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thomas, looks like you're leading in the points there. We got you up there. Antti Rossi, 2nd. Andrew Parkinson in the 3rd position. Matteo Dentella is, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, is in 4th. Jack Evans 5th. So this double points, huge deal there for Antti with 106 points.
Yeah, it's definitely going to help those 2 in the drivers' battle.
Yeah, and definitely after the experience when I moved my engine from P5, I'm more than happy with it.
Well, you got that Polish track coming up next. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's Poznan track. It's my home track, so yeah, I hope that I would do good there. We went there a few times in past. It's very nice track also for GT3 cars. So let's hope for another great race.
And then you got Zandvoort, and then what was this? Magne Cores, or what? Is that how I pronounce that?
Magne Core, I believe, is how you pronounce it.
Magne Core. Okay.
Yeah. That's me remembering it from my F1 days back when I was a kid.
Magne Core.
Brno.
And Brno, yeah, it's in Czech Republic.
So, any of those tracks stand out to you of the 4? You guys want to chime in on those tracks?
I think Zandvoort's the most well-known out of the ones remaining. Magne Core, I would hope to do well at, because I remember that from when I was a kid. The others, I'm not entirely sure I remember too well, but hopefully I'll do well regardless.
Yeah, I just hope to do well in Poznan. Zandvoort we all know pretty well, so it should be pretty easy race for everyone.
Well, Poznan, you get to sleep in that day, so it's right around the corner for you.
It's not close to me because I'm living around 300 kilometers from it, but yeah.
Close enough.
It's close enough.
Just walk it.
Ride your bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
Colin Sanders joining us in here a little bit late, but better late than never. And talk about your race here. You had a pretty eventful race tonight.
Yeah, it was a very eventful race. I tried a 2-stop strategy because I'm just not good with tire consumption, especially on this track, and had some unfortunate incidents with some barriers that really snagged the car. But last lap battle with Dennis to take P13, so it was a really good last lap, made the whole race worth it. don't really particularly like this track, but glad I still was able to race it.
Yeah, he was just saying how much he appreciated you passing him there toward the end.
Well, he put up a good fight, and I think if I was only like another 10th or 2/10 behind him out of the last corner before the straight, I was running high downforce, so it took every little bit of track to get past him with the draft.
You know, it kind of begs the question with respect to, I saw so many Corvettes out on the track. What was the what was the decision-making process there to bring you guys to run Corvettes? There's a ton of them out there tonight.
Well, I went for the Corvette because the last season I did full championship was in the Corvette, so I just knew the car really well. I didn't know what the BOP had changed, and I didn't have time to do testing with the other cars, so we just went with the Corvette. And my teammates, it's a more safe car for them. Jack is still new to championships, so we decided all three of us, Andrew, Jack, and myself, would take Corvette and just be able to work on setups together and go make it easy for the team.
Yeah, I also think that because Corvette was OP in previous BOP, people get used to it, and now they are just using it because they have setups and all stuff like that.
Yeah. But I'll call it the OP Cliff. Our driver who's not here at the moment, Cliff Van der Ven, as you probably remember, Heath, he dominated our last GT3 Series in a Corvette, and I think there's some people who think, oh, right, you choose a Corvette, I'll be just like Cliff. Well, that's a plan anyway.
It was also shown in that rFactor 2 Pro Series that Corvette was OP, but at the moment I think BOP is pretty good and cars are, I would say, pretty equal. There is no one OP car.
Yeah.
No, like the Porsche, the BMWs, and the Audi today, they did really good today. The Corvettes were a little slower. Other than Jack Evans, he's just fast.
You know, Nordschleife is German track, Porsche is the German car, so it just works.
Yeah, the other thing is I saw a lot of Aston Martins in the race too, more than what I would. I was actually kind of surprised I would see any, but here we have an Aston Martin coming away with a victory tonight too.
The Aston Martin is a very underrated GT3 car. If I wasn't in the Bentley, I would have used that. I only use the Bentley because I like to use something different every series, and I think last time I used the Radical, and this time I'm using the Bentley. I just like to swap the cars around each season. But yeah, I do love the Aston. It's so nice to drive.
Yeah, I know that, for example, Michael chose a car by looking which car isn't in use.
Yeah, so honestly, I would choose a car that people like you did with Nikolai Bershkov in your GT3 series. I like to use a car that not many people use. So I literally, I was going to use the Ferrari. I was like, no, too many people have chosen that. I'll use something else. So whatever these popular, I will use. Just to make it more fun.
You're on the wrong
myself.
side of the car in that one. I don't get it.
Oh, that's a different debate entirely.
Yeah,
Right.
but I'm kind of surprised that only me and Antti are driving Porsche in this series. But
You mean the Beetle?
The Beetle, yeah. Because it's also, I think, very underrated car.
It is actually. I've driven the Porsche for a GT3 race with Antti and Thomas. It is very good to drive.
Well, I felt like Antti would have been the shoe-in for the Porsche. Didn't really know what the team setup was like, and I was a little surprised to see you, Thomas, in a Porsche.
Yeah, I was using McLaren for years, but since this year I'm using Porsche, mostly because I can use Porsche 911 in every single sim, every single platform that we can use. Porsche 911 is in every single simulator on the market.
So it is worth mentioning Thomas is a huge Porsche 911 fanboy.
Yeah, that too. So yeah, it was pretty easy choice, and also Antti is driving Porsche, so it is way easier to work on setup.
Well,
Also,
hey, I want to say thanks so much for letting me come in and broadcast this race. I do apologize. We've had so many problems, but we were able to at least get a good, second half of that race, kind of a full second half of that race in, and I appreciate the opportunity to come in and broadcast again for SimRacingMania, and hopefully, we'll be able to do it again soon.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully. We miss
you, Heath.
Yeah, I know. I got to quit my job, apparently.
Yes, do it.
Okay.
Do every day.
All right, guys. Well, you take it easy, and good luck to you at that Polish track.
Positive.
Poznan.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Take care, Heath. Take care, guys.
Thank you, Heath.
Okay, guys. Thanks, everybody.
All right, that's joining the SimRacingMania guys up there in the General Voice chat channel. It's always a great conversation to have with those guys. Really, you see how well those guys get along with each other, too. That's really cool to see. And, you have a huge field out there, a lot of personalities. And, like I said, they do a great job with everybody kind of throwing in some sort of expertise and doing a little bit of work to make SimRacingMania such a strong place to race. So great job to those guys. And again, the schedule there, Poznan coming up next week. Great Polish track there. Thomas actually gave me that track. Said that was going to be a good one as a great fill-in. If you're because we were looking for a fill-in GT3 car or track to do in our GT3 series at a high octane racing league, and he sent me that track. And I have to admit, it was a nice one. And I'm sure in the future we're going to be running that track. Zandvoort, we know that track is a fantastic one as well. So that's going to be a good one. And then a great French track there, going Magny-Cours, going to be coming up on race number 7, Brno, to finish out the season. So a big double points race here tonight. And Thomas Golem now taking the race or the points lead. Antti Rossi second. So the Team Future boys up front there. Andrew Parkinson. A little bit of a challenging night here tonight in the for double points, but still maintains a third position in points. So we'll see how that works out for him throughout the season if he can maintain that third position. So great 75-minute race here tonight. 100-minute race actually tonight at Nordschleife. Well, don't forget, man, we've got some stuff coming up for you here later. We got the Saturday Night Thunder headed your way here in just a little while. If you're interested in doing some stock car racing, come out and beat the broadcaster. Hopefully he has a better time here racing than he did broadcasting today. Had a little bit of a rough way to go, but thanks for being patient there. SimRacingMania guys for being patient with me and all the guys who come out and watch these races here. Race number 6 of the season, the Cup cars at Texas Motor Speedway. They say everything's bigger in Texas. Well, I'll tell you what, this is a fantastic track. So 120 laps there, going to be a fun one in that great mile-and-a-halfer. Saturday Night Thunder. The GT3 Series High Octane Racing League will be back in action in Portland next week. And that's my birthday, man, 23 October, Portland International, for race number 5 of the GT3 Series High Octane Racing League style, coming up next week. And then the Bushwhacker Series will be back in action at Kansas Speedway, 98 laps for race number 9 of the season. So that will be a great track, man, another great mile-and-a-half track, so don't want to miss those. Again, thanks so much for coming out and joining me here on TurnLeft TV. Sorry we've had a little bit of a challenge here tonight, but I want to appreciate everybody right now for sticking it out and hanging out with me. Peace to everybody out there. And I'm going to have to take the dog for a walk. She's been very patient. Or take her outside anyway. I don't know how much we're going to walk here, but take her outside. And again, thanks for coming in and helping me out. Please hit that thumbs up button and share my videos with all of your friends. Congratulations to those podium finishers tonight. They did a great job. And we'll finish it up with taking a look at them on the way out. Boys and girls, congratulations Pim Van Ark getting the race win. Antti Rossi second, and Stefano Zanoni finishes in third. And I'm going to get out of here.